People have gone back to school and back to work, and they will sit at home scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, looking at memes and funny videos, and they will slowly start to forget about you. 2 months after your death, your spouse will be there watching a comedy or a show on Netflix, just trying to move on with life, knowing that you will never come back. Now your bones are starting to become exposed. Your bones are starting to become exposed, and there's a wretched, disgusting smell that comes from the grave if anyone was to be in there with you. Everything starts to rot now. The swelling has now finished, and now things start to decompose. 6 months after your death, hardly anyone remembers you except your son, your children, your brother, your sister, your mother, or your spouse. And perhaps one time they will remember you, and the only thing that they will say is, if only he was here. Your job at work has now been filled, and now somebody else is sitting in your seat in the office. A year after your death, hardly anyone will remember, but maybe your immediate family will just say, he was here last year. He was here last year. Perhaps they will shed a tear, perhaps they won't. 2 years after your death, no one will remember you except you will be in the foggy thoughts of your spouse or your children. And 10 years after your death, perhaps your name will still be mentioned, maybe. 50 years after your death, your children may have passed away as well, and your grandkids have now their own lives to worry about, and they have their own children and their own grandchildren to worry about. They will say, my grandfather or my grandmother or whoever, they were a good person. I met them a little bit for a few years when I was younger. Yeah, they were a good person. Fast forward another 10, 15, 20 years after that, now you are 70, 80 years gone. Your grandchildren may not even be there anymore. Now when that happens, perhaps your great-grandchildren may know your name, or they may not know your name. And wallahi, we spend all this time in this world worrying about what other people will think. 1 month